that went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. We must not let down our guard.
You have my protection. I grant you lightning spans.
There's a shorter path we might take now. Allow me to show you. The fire must be put out.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid.
That's enough.
Follow me, if you would. So, Batal has a number of these statues as well. Mayhap these statues were erected that travelers might not lose their way. We are none of us alike in vocation.
One of us has been poisoned! All creatures who know death cling to life. Ought we to pursue and eliminate the stragglers?
I've got wares of every... ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made to save the travelers can hardly be called extravagant.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. We must not let down our guard.
That's why I'm celebrating.
There's no need to make camp here. We've energy enough to press on for a while yet.
We shall be ill prepared for battle if we rest overmuch.
There you are. Remember, you'll need to draw the fight out as long as you can. Marvelous.
Let us accompany Sir Fulvio and face this griffin.
We ought to follow close behind. Are we to remain here?
Positively splendid.
One of us has been poisoned.
Can it be? Did you use a Medusa's head just now, Arisen? Pray, show it to me. No, wait. On second thought, best not. But to think you would be in possession of such a thing. You certainly are full of surprises. I cannot thank you enough, Arisen. With this, I shall doubtless be able to chisel a griffin most glorious.
As a matter of fact, the pain I experienced at the coronation was beyond imagining. It is most curious that a means of manipulating us should exist, and vexing that it should be in enemy hands.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. By your leave, Arisen. Poison is a nasty affliction. I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings.
Oh, marvelous! I can see the... Come, allow me a closer look. Let's see it. Splendid! I am in your debt. I have put this task to many, yet you are the first to follow through. When at last my research bears fruit, I will... Now, on to your next task. These magnificent hurry along and return...
This might contain useful information. Let's have a look then.
Twill take a better mind than mine to solve this.
Polish up my gear.
Well met, sir. How might I be of... Welcome, and as a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate... We offer excellence. Do come again.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
We hunt venin harpies next, though I suppose we are the quarry. Let us begin by seeking out the beasts. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. Here we go again. We fight. To arms. Of course. by magic, imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I will protect you.
Have a gander at my wares. It shan't pleasure doing business with.
Remarkable. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Elevated to... I must thank you, I'm on the cusp of a new breakthrough. And now, as for the next task, this time I would have you accompany me. Much in this world can only my own health. I've marked out the spot I...
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
What else needs? Only fools and urchins boast of their cunning.
Looking for autumn...
I hope I acquitted myself well today.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. To this world I return.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on? Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Lightning on your side. Tide of battle is about to overwhelm us. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Here at last.
I do hope Sir Jarl will be all right. Let us safeguard him well, lest he meet an early end.
Right you are.
The beasts of its makeup all have weaknesses to exploit. Deliver unto you the attack it most abhors. So long as we keep a clear head, victory will be ours. So be arisen. How might I be of aid? Well done. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. I shall stay my hand. I shudder to watch them. I got them Lion's back.
Finding them more lights. This is it. This is the damage. I'll be off then, friend. My work here is done.
One of us has been poisoned. Allow me. This stone shall fall by my hand. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly. Stay with me, Arisen.
Wait a moment.
Sir Jarl appears to have been poisoned, as he desired. Shall we go and look in on him at his laboratory?
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side. I'm not altogether happy with this. This place offers a view of the sea. We pawns cannot set foot in Batal without feeling the people's contempt for us.
Take heart, for we are fulfilling our duty at the Arisen's side. We have naught to be ashamed of. A good sleep will ensure we are...
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day. Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
trained for this.
My heart beat pounds in my ears. My gut writhes like a nest of snakes. Extraordinary. This is the potency of the Chimera's venom. I feel more symptoms developing even as I speak. The poison must be entering its final stages. Allow me to thank you ere I lose consciousness. Once again, your assistance has proven invaluable. Thank you for your help, my friend. Few would have deigned to give me the time of day.
I wonder how Sir Fulvio's sculpture is coming along. Mayhap 'twould behoove us to pay him a visit. If you would... be so kind as to follow me. I shall take you to the one you seek.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Something for me?
Pray, follow me. We're here.
Clark means to unveil the sculpture before a select audience. He asked me to extend an invitation to you as well. I will await you at his estate in Vernworth's noble quarter.
I wish I could go on an adventure.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Come now.
Welcome to the Star Tropic. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour? Come back any time.
See which way the wind's blowing.
I cannot take much more of this.
Might we not leave the range to our advantage? Thank you again, sir.
What in the world?
Oi, sir! We've stopped. Oi, sir! Oi, sir! We've started selling that. Oi, sir!
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Got to find more places to buy my stock cheap.
Now this is a conundrum.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Work done gracelessly.
Where will the wind blow me today, I wonder?
Whatever am I to do?
I've the presence to command any stage.
My legs are stiff as boards after training. What to do? Can't work as late as I used to anymore.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the...
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best I can. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it. Sir, 'tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patient, not to mention I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis you would procure it yourself. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humours, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
Let me get that.
Oi! Who's there?
Best be heading home.
What should I do?
I suppose I...
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Life's best taken at a
Welcome
natural
to
pace.
beer. Don't keep my wits about me.
Haven't had many customers with decent toilet.
Still a while to go before my shift's over.
I'd sooner stay out of that.
I don't know what to do.
I never should have come here.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now, even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him. But he has yet to show any sign of... To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare.
Psst. You there. Help me. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Mine is a life devoted to humble
Chaos in the world.
I fear I've much to attend to.
I wish life was nothing but the good bits.
Surely I can permit myself but a moment's rest.
Each of our patients does.
I'm going to go exploring.
Only through prayer can I further my devotion. Are you here by appointment, perchance?
I know so little of this world, and of myself.
Buy me a farm. That'll be the day.
Mine is a life devoted to humble prayer.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients none of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles. She gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange... which is to be expected. And yet... a part of...
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
True enough. How might we enter the basement sick room?
Splendid.
My prayers will surely be aught about this place makes me nervous.
Cure our desire for oblivion.
Elena. Ah, yes. The abbess of the gracious hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there, and once I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up, and he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I would.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use.
Just be sure you mind your...
You looking for a fight?
Well, man, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business.
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiant...
Oh, you bold...
This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
Not get away with this.
Where's my comb? My fur in a right state.
Wickedness has no hope.
Medicine? Now!
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone? Oh.
We found some evidence, but there might be more to discover. Let us scour every inch of this room.
Splendid.
Suppose I can get it.
Barely
drag my ass out of bed.
Of course. No one would bother with the rent. I ought to have enough for a few pinches of spices.
I mean, easy.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
This job better be worth.
There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
That's odd.
I don't know what to do.
She's all my troubles clean away.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room? I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would...
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
What teachings might salve the people's woes?
I find such solace in...
I'm going to go exploring.
All the others made it. Why is my luck so rotten?
What should I do?
Interested in my wares?
Have you heard tell of an ox cart travelling the... Honestly, I follow every regulation to the letter and only travel during the day. Why can't others do the same?
There's been much talk on the street of this phantom ox cart that travels after sunset. But I've heard rather enough of it. Our hands are full enough as it is.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
What am I supposed to do?
Reckon trade towns can make you right sick of crap. Clouds, but here, at least.
Many thanks.
Now I've gone and stepped it in.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine interesting. Well, you certainly piqued my curiosity. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
Yeah? What it...
Take caution in the practice of magic. Might I make a request of you? You have my gratitude.
I'd gladly stay here forever if I could.
Tranquil places.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
You have my gratitude. Pray, take this.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
My function's
This ox will not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
How could I forestall?
Come on then! Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. You have my protection. Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid.
This battle is ours.
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet ripe.
That was certainly worthwhile.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Do take care on the road, sir. These are dangerous. There is times we need you. You know where to find. Welcome.
This ox cart will not take you anywhere till I've had my jip.
It'll take more than that.
Fine, out of the car.
I grant you lightning's fangs.
Prepare yourself.
Well, that's the spirit.
My bed.
I've an inkling this place will yield a rarity or two.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Off we trot.
See what I can do.
Got to sell off. It's been a hard day in town.
None of these milk sops are worth my time.
Very well. I shall return.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of it. Crowds, but here, pleasure doing business.
Ah, there you are. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
disgusting. Nothing else to do.
What am I supposed to do about it?
I got medicine for you. Let's see. Where to next? I never think of what to do.
Tomorrow will be noted. This I'll not take you anywhere till I've had. Lots to do.
Too much. It is not long. Let my magic lodge in an elemental room. I shan't let them harm me. It seems we have enraged our foe.
You're going to. Break that.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use. What should I do?
Is there aught I can help? Oh, if you're looking, he's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid. No need to worry, though.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. What are you doing?
Unhand me this.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
Back to it, I suppose.
Nice place, this.
Quite the predicament.
From me,
Trying to find me a mark.
Look, townspeople. What should I get up to today?
How do you fare? Would you hear my request? Thank you kindly.
went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Always sets me to think. This place. Well,
Thank you kindly. For you, as a token of...
Always a fresh breeze blowing down here.
There's no telling what will happen if I linger here.
Oh, at least dreams. What's going on?
Got more soil on me than an unwashed potato.
A fine spot to take my mind off my troubles.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
I don't know what to do.
I fear this trial is too much for one such as me. I must confess, I'm rather lost.
I ought to have enough.
This place offers a view of the sea. I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of... I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the goods. Pleasure doing business. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the goods. Pleasure doing business.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless. It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue.
What troubles fester in the people's heart? Are you here by appointment? Perhaps you've a moment to spare, an ear to lend. Are you here? I know not what.
Is it too much to hope for a endeavour, my friend? We've got much to do yet.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman, son.
I know that.
Gonna make any coin here. Tad round.
Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good. Many thanks. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing bit. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the... Pleasure doing bit.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
I fear this trial is too much for one such as me. I find such solace.
I shall gladly. Mayhap my faith.
The things I could do with an ox cart.
Interested in my... Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the... Pleasure doing business. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good... Many thanks. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good... Pleasure doing business.
I can make no sense of this.
Tis so dull when there's nothing.
Pray keep your voice low. Mayhap my faith is being.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Mayhap I'll treat myself to a tipple before bed.
Pray keep your voice.
That's swearing.
I don't feel safe here.
Gotta crack a few skulls if you want to be
Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good... Many thanks. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good... Pleasure doing business. Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the... Pleasure doing business.
What to make of this?
I want to go home. I'm going
I
to
can
go
make no
exploring.
sense of this.
I know so little of this world.
The pursuit of betterment is... What teachings might salve the people's work?
An unsettled mind. Pray keep your voice. Your presence is above. Perhaps you've a moment.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths. I sleep on my woe.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Ho there. Might I beg a favor of you? And here I thought...
Quite the predicament.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance.
Well met, sir. I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other. For all my chiding. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you? Welcome and well... met. Don't think I forgot. The safer the roads, the heavier my pockets. Always a pleasure.
I shall tend to you should you require. How does...
Interested in my wares?
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say.
Seems my fate. What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told. I'd heard tell of it, and by the look of it, he doesn't appear...
Is a surprising development.
Perhaps let's stroll through town. See what I can find.
Well met, son. How might I be of...
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Well met, sir. How might I... Always a pleasure.
Interested in my wares?
Tranquil places such as this. A real treasure.
I've more time than I know how to spend. May have dreams. 'Tis, I beg you to conduct yourself with care. Your patronage...
Suppose I'll call it a day and go for a drink.
I've more time than I know how to spend. Heavens, no!
I will protect you.
What am I supposed to do?
That was well thought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
What in the world?
I go where fort...
Hey!
Some might find it tedious.
Chuck rehearsal.
No time. The coffee isn't really used to anymore.
Now this is a conundrum.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly...
I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. This ox cart...
Naught good will come of this.
I heard I'd never leave.
I fear I must stray from the thread of our conversation to tell you. Ours is a party of women, by and large.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
What to make of this?
Suppose I could enjoy some...
One Wakestone shard is a mere rock, but combined they can work miracles.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
I think I've earned this.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Can't work as late as I used to anymore.
I'm always doing about a dozen things.
This village is our home now. I pray you will give... I've more than my fair share of... Come look in. I've more than my fair share of trouble.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
Even after a day of rest, here's hoping for a peace in a hard day.
I pity those content...
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Time to be heading home.
Not much going on.
Welcome, sir. Doubly so. So if you're here to buy, hope to see you again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Together.
Tis high time I made for home.
There's comfort in that.
Maybe I'll treat myself to...
Must have taken a wrong turn.
Only a fool could bring you here, and I'm no fool.
Time to go home and write down things. If I could find a noble.
Welcome, sir. Doubly so if you're here to... Many thanks, sir.
I pity those content to...
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
I've scripture
Coin's no good.
Days like this make me fancy some sleep. When
does my watch?
I can't wait to see what the day holds. Let's head to market before it slips my mind.
I don't mind.
Where are you off to?
A treasure chest. Shall we see?
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
I've the presence to command any stage.
The monster's really scary. I've never seen one. One day, I'm going to have... What do you think? Does this suit me?
I'm surrounded by winches on all.
What do you think? Does this suit me? What do you think? I'm not sure. I've brought you a gift.
How are we to fight with such worn out gear?
I suppose I ought to check the wheels before we depart.
Can't help but see a turncoat in every face.
I find myself some work.
I am not my father. Mayhap
I want to try to enjoy life where and when I can.
Your presence is a soothing
It was my feet.
Nattering all day is tiring work.
I fancy a kip, but not at the expense of my duty.
What should I do? I fear this trial is too much for one such as me.
This is generally used as a material.
Got something for me?
Oh, heaven, 'twas you. The acts she committed. What do you expect will befall without the abbess? I... Forgive me. I will do what I can.
Pray, keep your...
What should I do?
Love waking up knowing anything's Our next
I could use a bit of
Can't look
concentration.
some
see you again.
I've the presence to command any state.
Only care I have
Good
is
heavens.
how to stem. I grow restless.
It gladdens the heart to see so many smiles about.
Wonder if it's too early.
I don't know what to do.
I'm going to go exploring.
I'd sooner not associate.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the goods. Pleasure doing business with.
The hour's grown late. Hilda's going to have my hide.
By your leave, Arisen.
I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings.
What should I do?
When does my watch end?
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
We are never truly alone. The heavens watch over us. The hour for prayer is still not come.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I? Anything to do around here? They grin and bear it.
It is past time I attend.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have... To decide which is the most pressing, we cannot do everything at once.
Reckon I'd spend my life here if I could.
Only through prayer can I further my devotion.
I ought to act a little more cheery.
Let me get that.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
This looks as good a place as
I
any.
fear this trial is too much for one such as me.
Oh, no.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
Hi, sir. What I can do for you? What? You mean to say my Albert's a noble and has only been pretending to be a beggar? That can't be true. Earning a living in the slums isn't easy, but Albert and I, we promised each other we'd try our hardest to make ends meet. And you're saying 'tis all a lie? I don't want to believe such madness, but nor can I deny that these garments are my husband's. Pray, tell me where you found them. I must see this for myself.
Venturing's a grand way to wind up a cadaver. Stomach's
I
complaining.
fear this trial is too much for one such as me.
I don't know what to do.
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
The rules at your
Blessed be we serve.
Welcome. Moment.
The rules at your leisure. Gotta be somewhere to make some quick coin.
Welcome. Moment.
Well met, sir.
Where was I found again?
You'd think they'd learn by now not to creep up on me.
Welcome. Moment.
The rules at your leisure.
If I could, I'd never
Reckon I could best any of these lumps in a scrape.
Look as long as you can.
I ought to act a little more cheerful.
Beg pardon, sir, but have you any information about what happened here? A couple were found dead, you see. Poor Albert was stabbed from behind, and Selena, by all appearances, ended her own life after killing him. I can't fathom it. I knew the both of them, and I cannot imagine Selena doing such a thing, let alone to her dear husband. One witness claims Selena was turned away from a noble's estate shortly before the incident. But how could that possibly have led to aught so gruesome as this?
Sometimes I wonder if I'm part
So, there is to be an unveiling. I am curious to see how the sculpture turned out. Shall we attend, Master? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Someone do aught about this?
Mayhap a banquet would alleviate the tedium. Overwhelming.
Patrons, connoisseurs, friends, My humblest thanks for joining me here at the unveiling of my collection's crowning jewel. There is much more I should like to say, but the anticipation is apt to kill me should I stall another moment. Let us gaze upon the sculpture now. I haven't the words. 'Tis simply a masterpiece. I shall be honored to pass this on to future generations. Let us give a thunderous round of applause for Master Fulvio, who has granted the world an unparalleled gift, and for the good Arisen, who aided him in his noble venture.
What a marvelous sculpture. The finer details are no doubt owed to our use of the Medusa's head.
Indeed. My own master and I failed to craft any plan so ingenious, and the result was markedly inferior.
What they're whispering to me now.
This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Quiet at last.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
The sky always puts me in a contemplation. Even I know.
Could have sworn
Aren't you sweet? I'd be glad to have you.
Welcome. Do make...
Aren't you sweet? I'd be glad to have you. Am I giving you shivers?
Must find out. My furry.
All I need's my health, I suppose.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
There's aught to be said.
Tis a...
Whence do you hail? Greetings. Faring well, I hope.
Quite the predicament. The party wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one. Well, you needn't decide that.
Will someone do aught about this?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Would that all my days.
We must rest, though the... I return safe and sound.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.